I'm back.
The opinions expressed on the X and Y show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. Welcome to another segment of the X and Y show. And I'm your host, Roosevelt. And glad to be back. Took a little break. Well, a lot of break, actually. I never took a break that long. I've taken a week or two. But I never taken 2 months. But when I took a break, I was like, shit, I'm tired. So it went a little longer than I anticipated. It's supposed to be just 2 weeks, but a lot happened. I moved. I finally got the fuck out of Miami. Not too far, but I did. I took advantage of an opportunity that I couldn't turn down. But it is out of Miami. But I wanted to get the fuck out of Florida. But it's a good opportunity. I just couldn't let it go. So. I'm still here. Still got to worry about fucking hurricanes. Shit. Still don't get cold, But I am the fuck out of Miami. So, you got to take the good with the bad, But I am happy. That I will never move. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, moving myself. Usually I cut a check in a minute. I don't do that shit no more. But I did it myself, I said, I don't have that much shit. I mean, but it don't matter, and it took me a couple of days to get over that shit. And I had to buy a lot of new shit. So, I had to put all that shit together. And, what I had, tables and computer desks and all kind of shit. I had to buy a new TV because I fucked up my TV. So it was an event. So I was tired. So I said, fuck that. I'm taking a little more. I'm going to take a month. Then a month turned into 2. So that's what happened. But I'm ready now. I'm back. Glad to be back. I hope you guys really miss me. And a lot has happened since I've talked to you last. It was New Year's. Right before New Year's. I think it was New Year's Eve. So a lot has happened, We got a new president in the White House, and a bunch of silly motherfuckers raiding the Capitol. Vaccine cranking out more and more and more. They get more supply, even though I'm not getting that shit. But a lot has happened since I talked to you last. So, we're still dealing with this COVID shit. So it'll be hopefully gone before the next holidays, because how I feel about the holidays. It really fucked my seasons up last year. Couldn't do shit. You couldn't go out and enjoy yourself. It fucked everything up. Of course, you guys know that. But I hope this year that it's a little better, so we can all be happy again, or happier. So anyway, glad to be back. Let's get into the questions from folks that wrote in. The first one is Frank. Frank says, am I weird? I'm very attracted, and I would really like to have sex with my third cousin. Yeah, Frank, you're weird. You're a crazy, stupid motherfucker. That's some sick shit. I'm not even going to cut corners. I'm not even going to entertain that shit. Your ass is crazy. Get help. Nasty motherfucker. All right, the next one is from Maryland. Marilyn says, I've been dating this guy for 2 years. We were good until the other day. He tried to discipline my 5-year-old for slapping me. Now our relationship is on the brink of breakup. What should I do? Marilyn, I think what you should do is break up and not date anymore. Because you said he tried to punish you. So that means you stopped him from slapping. You stopped your boyfriend from disciplining your 5-year-old from slapping you. It sounds like to me that you are not ready to date and potentially bring a man in your life, especially if you're going to marry him. Because you want a man to come into your situation, but you don't want to have power over that little bad motherfucker you're raising. This is why I don't date women with kids. It's just too much shit. Too much shit to deal with. And I don't have to. A lot of people think I'm being mean and, inconsiderate and selfish. Fuck you. I'm being me. I'm being honest. Women always saying, be honest, be honest. Tell me what you really think. I'm telling you what I think and with the way I feel. This is why I don't fuck with women with kids. It's too much trouble, too much bullshit. And it's not worth it. You got to deal with this little bastard from somebody else's nuts. Not even yours. You got to deal with him and all these damn problems and shit. Then you got to deal with you. You can't say nothing to the little bastard. And then you might have to put a cap in the baby daddy's ass for acting crazy. It's just too much shit that I don't want to deal with. Some guys cool with it. Some guys have actually dealt with it and be okay. Their stepkids grow up and love them like their real father, like they actually came from their nuts. There's always exception to the rule, but for the most part, that's not a chance that I'm willing to take. So that's why I just stay out of that shit. It's too much trouble. It's too much trouble. Why do I have to? I don't have to. So this is why I do not date women with kids. Because if it turns serious, then I got to potentially raise this little bastard. And you might not want me to discipline him if he needs it. Because I'm not a timeout type guy. I'm not a count to 10. I don't believe in that shit. I'm going to beat his ass. And, when I say beat, I'm talking about spanking. I'm not talking about beat him up. For you ignorant motherfuckers. Oh, my God, he'll fight a child? Oh, my God. No, I'm not talking about fighting him. I'm talking about spanking him. And I believe, really, that's the problem with society today. Kids today, they're not scared to get in trouble. When I was coming up, you was scared to get an ass whooping. Or if you did something fucked up, shit, I got to take an ass whooping for this. And sometimes, when your mom didn't feel like whooping your ass, you had to wait till your dad to get home. And so that's mental, mental stress. You can't even go to sleep. You better not take a bath and get in your drawers. You're going to get your ass whooped in your drawers. So you had to stay up. It's like being on death row, waiting till your dad to come through the door. And, after you tan your ass, then you can take a bath and go on to sleep. But kids are not afraid anymore. They do some fucked up shit. Oh, I just got to stand in the corner for 5 minutes. I just got to count to 100 backwards. I just got to go to my room and close the door and, play all the video games I want to play. But, I just got to be in my room. What kind of shit is that? This is why society is so fucked up, because these little fucked up little bastards grow up to be big bastards. And then we have to deal with them in society. Me personally, putting a cap in their ass later on. So, ladies, this is why I don't date women with kids. It's just too much trouble. So, Marilyn, if I were you, stop dating. You're not ready. Wait till your little kid grows up and then date again. Because you're not ready for a real man to come in and actually take over the man role, which that means sometimes spanking little Junior's ass. You're not ready for that. So stop dating. Seriously dating. Now, if you just want to fuck, that's something different. But stop seriously dating. Okay? You're not ready. All right. So let's jump into this week's episode. So, you love your husband, just not enough to fuck him. Let me repeat that. You love your husband, just not enough to fuck him. I've heard a lot of women basically saying that, they really don't want to have sex with their husbands. Or if they do have sex with their husbands, it's once a month or once every 6 months, once a year, once every 5 years, or some bullshit. And I hear it's not a small amount of women that I hear say this. It's young women, old women, white women, black women, Hispanics. It doesn't matter what background they come from. All of them have said it. I've heard it with my own ears. They act like it's a burden almost to have sex with their husbands. It almost had to be a special occasion. Oh, he bought me flowers tonight. He took me to dinner. I guess I'll give him some pussy. It's like it's a burden. And that confuses me. Women are always saying they're so fucking emotional and in tune with their inner feelings, and they actually are more loving and know how to interact with their inner self when it comes to love. But they don't want to fuck their husbands. And I'm confused. If you love your husband so much, some of you say, I love him so much, I would, oh my God, he's my other half. Oh my God, I couldn't live without him. But you don't want to fuck him? What's the problem? He's a good man. He's holding his business down. He's providing for the family and doing everything that a man should do, but he can't get pussy from his wife. That don't even sound right. That's like you being a football player, and you being a number one draft, but they never letting you play. You ready to play. Your team drafted you, so they like you, right? They want you on their team. They drafted you. You have a relationship together now, a business relationship. You're on their team. You're their quarterback or running back, whatever it is. But they really let you play. Rarely. You figure a rookie year, you get in, here and there. But 5 years later, you're still not getting in the game. Or you're getting in every once in a while. But they're supposed to think that they drafted you. They paid you all this money. They invested in you. So I relate that as I translate that to a marriage. They married you. They said I do till death do us part. To love you and care for you and cherish you, but not fuck you. Maybe I should, include that in my vows to make sure that shit get done. Imagine in church, I love you and I cherish you all my life and I promise to fuck you. Everybody. Actually a good idea. But it amazes me, and that really scares the shit out of me about getting married, because I'm gonna tell you something. Now, you know how I feel about marriage. If you've been listening to the XY show, you know how I feel about marriage. It's very dear to me. My parents were married for 53 years. So I don't take that shit light. I probably respect the institution of marriage more than some of you motherfuckers who are married. And, for those of you just listening to the show, no, I'm not married and I don't have kids. However, I'm still going to give my opinion on this. Like I always do. But this scares the shit out of me, because if I get married and my wife don't fuck me or don't give me an adequate amount of pussy that I want, I want to say the right thing. And people say, well, you cheat on her? Of course not. That's being political, saying the right thing. But I really don't know if I wouldn't cheat on her. I have to, I really don't know. I'll say the right thing. I'll be political. Oh, no, I would never do that. But I really don't know. That is the thing, that if I'm not getting enough pussy, I believe that it'll put me in a weakened state. And if something happens, it wouldn't take much for me to fall. And a lot of women are experts at that shit. A lot of women, you need to listen. Other women who, are looking for men to fuck, they know what men, are not getting fucked or not getting fucked right. They know. So when they find out, oh damn, he's not getting pussy, she not fucking him, it's over. It's over, because very few men will be able to resist a woman's aggressions, especially if they're attracted to her. But I believe, now I'm not saying if you're fucking him that it's impossible that he'll cheat either. I'm not, a lot of you saying, well, I gave my husband all the pussy he wanted and he still cheated. Man, you always have a exception to the rule. Always. But for the most part, I believe that if a man is not getting an adequate amount of pussy, it makes him weak and more prone to cheat on his wife. He's not getting satisfied at home. If a man working hard all day and supporting his family, he can't come home and get a nut. It doesn't even sound right. And a lot of you are proud of that shit. Oh no. Yeah, we only fuck him once a month. Fuck that. He's not getting on top of me every night. You heard it. You heard it from your friends. It's like a real burden to give their husband some ass. I don't get that. I never fell in love. I've been in lust, and I explained that before. I fell in lust many times. But I've never been in love. But I'm saying that if you're supposed to love, women are always saying that they're the loving creatures. They're in tune with their loving self more than men. They're more emotional, on a higher plane when it comes to emotions than men are. When they love someone, they love them. It's real serious. But you don't want to fuck your man? You don't want to fuck the person that you so-called love? That's some hypocritical bullshit. And a lot of women, that's all they do is talk shit. And I just, I wonder, what would the world be like if men were getting satisfied sexually, you know, up to the level that they want to be? You know, you ever think about that? If every man, you know, was sexually satisfied, what kind of world would it be? I'm just starting to theorize now. But a lot of problems stem from that. A lot of problems stem from, you know, a man not getting enough pussy, especially a married man. You know, he actually married you, he loved you, he proposed to you, and wanted to spend the rest of his life with you, and it's still not enough for you to fuck him. You know, it makes me want to question your love. You know, they even call it that. They don't say fucking, you know, that's the nasty term. They say what? We're going to make love, right? So it makes me question your love, ladies, that you so supposed to love this man. You had, you know, you been dating a long time. You married him after your courtship, but you don't want to have sex with him, or you know, on a limited basis. Not definitely not any time he wanted to. Oh no, that's definitely out of the picture. No, not ever. You know, you've had enough. I remember one time this bitch, and I call her a bitch because she was a bitch. I don't usually call women that name, but this bitch was a bitch. She actually had the audacity to tell me, this was when I was going for my first master's, and I was going to school and studying and shit, so I didn't have time to fuck as much. You know, I still fucked, but not as nearly as much. I was too tired and studying, and I just didn't have time for that shit. But she actually had the audacity to tell me, you know, I'm so glad you decided to go for UMB. I'm thinking her crazy ass gonna say, you know, you're doing something, and I'm really proud of you, and you're gonna making yourself more, you know, professional, and good things are gonna come your way. And you know, I'm thinking I'm feeling good. I'm like, oh man, she giving me motivation, keep going. But her reasoning was for, you know, I'm so glad you went for your MBA because now you're not trying to jump on me every night. She actually told me that shit. And of course, the relationship was over pretty much after that. You know, if I'm not getting enough sex from you when we're recording, what the fuck would I marry you for? And I know a lot of guys that fell for the okie doke. You know, hey, when we were recording, she gave me all the pussy I want, dude. You know, oh, we fucked all the time. Oh, it was no problem, bro. We fucked everywhere, the kitchen, the car, bro. We fucked everywhere. It was amazing. But as soon as they said I do, seemed like a bell going ding. Time to stop fucking. You know, and you go from going from every day, you know, the honeymoon stage. You go from every day to every other day. Once a week, once a month, once every 3 years. You know, just get worse. That's my greatest nightmare, being in a marriage like that. And it's really, and I'm not shallow. I'm not saying that sex is the most important thing when it comes to a marriage. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that, but it is important. And I really believe that if I'm not getting, this is what scares the shit out of me. It really does. And this is one of the reasons why I'm not married. I don't want to mess around and get in a marriage with a woman who doesn't want to have sex. That shit scares the shit out of me. You know, if you got a girlfriend who doesn't want to have sex, that's different. You know, you either cheat on her or drop her and go to somewhere, you know, go somewhere. But if you're married, you can't do the way you're not supposed to. You know, marriage is more serious. You just can't say, well, yeah, go to the next one. You're married. You're supposed to be in it for the long haul. So you just can't walk away So that at least, that's what scares the shit out of me. And so many women that I know say the same shit. When it comes to having sex, this has to be a special occasion or a special holiday, or he's done something great for you, or you're just in the mood, and some of you say, oh, come on, hurry up. I don't get it, but you're supposed to love them. Read a study that it says men who have sex more than twice a week have a lesser risk of getting a heart attack than men who had sex less than once a month. No shit. That study was done in October of 2020. The benefits of having sex is phenomenal. It's not just for men, it's for both sexes. Just to name a few: improve libido, increase vaginal lubrication, improve bladder control in women, improved immune system, weight loss support, lowered blood pressure, lowered heart attack risk, reduced prostate cancer risk, improved sleep, better memory, lower pain levels, help you out with pain and inflammation, and of course, stress relief. Those are some wonderful benefits by just fucking. That's an easy doctor's remedy. You in pain, just fuck. You don't want to have prostate cancer, or you want something that helps you with it, get more pussy. There are benefits from having sex. It's good for both sexes. We're supposed to have sex. We're sexual creatures. So I don't get when women say that, they act like it's a job. They act like it's something that's bad for them to have sex with their husbands. I don't get that. And women are supposed to be the loving creatures. I don't get it. You love them? Oh, yes, I love them. Yes, I love them with all my heart. But you want to fuck them? Well, let's talk about this. Anything, but they don't want to give you no pussy. No. Certainly not every night. No. That's too much. That's too much. Well, what is too much? It depends on the person. Me, I want to fuck at least every other night. Every other night, I want to fuck. If it's some, I really do. I'll take it every night if I can get it. But every other night at least. Now, if I'm you come up with some once a week shit, we got a problem. We got a problem, because I know if it's once a week now, we're supposed to be a girlfriend and boyfriend courting. What is going to be when we're married? Shit, you don't have to. The game is over now. You mission accomplished. You got a ring on your hand. So, I don't know. Maybe some of you ladies can explain to me. You're supposed to love your husband. You're supposed to be connected to your inner self and your emotions. You have a higher level than men. So when you say you love a man, it's supposed to mean something, right? It's supposed to hold weight. It's supposed to be a big thing. Okay. But you don't want to fuck your husband. So that it doesn't sound right to me. It's not right. And there's a lot of guys right now listening to my voice are suffering right now. A lot of guys listening to my voice probably haven't fucked their wives in months. Or maybe they fucked last night, and before that it was probably around October or some shit. I don't know. It's a lot of couples out there who are not having enough sex. If your pussy's getting wet, you should be able to have sex, if he wants it, with your man every night. every other night. Now, I'm don't get me wrong. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes you have a headache. Even though with a headache, when you fuck, it'll help. That's a true story. Trust me on that one. Sometimes you're just not going to feel right. There's some medical issue, or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that, you should fuck every fucking night of the year, no matter what. I'm not saying that. Some of you motherfuckers take shit to the extreme. What I am saying, if your husband want to have sex every night or every other night, there shouldn't be a problem with it. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, if you have sex so long, then it starts to hurt. Well, it starts to hurt because your pussy is going dry and you need to be stimulated. So then you have to find out methods that stimulates your pussy, right? To stay wet and lubricated so it doesn't hurt. Whether it's using toys or oral sex, whatever the case may be, whatever floats your boat, you have to do that so it won't hurt. Especially with somebody like me, because, I like to fuck more than once. I'm not a one-time guy. It is a job. We gonna be there for a while. So it ain't gonna be no one. Yeah, I like quickies here and there, but nah. I like to savor the pussy. I don't want no Happy Meal. I don't want no fast food. I want to go to a steak place, and enjoy the steak, and cut the steak, and put it in the A1 sauce. I'm gonna enjoy that meal. It ain't gonna be no quick thing. So it is a job with me. But I'm going to make sure you stimulated. I'm going to make sure you're comfortable. I'm going to make sure you're feeling good. I'm going to do everything in my power to make you feel good. But I need it. I need to have sexual activity. And it scares me, like I said, to get married because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm not getting it. Like a lot of men are not getting it right now. And I think that's a lot of problems in society. That's the causes of infidelities. That's guys cheat because they're not getting enough pussy at the house. Simple. A lot of stress in marriage because the guy's not getting enough pussy. It all stems from that. A lot of it. And a lot of guys don't know how to communicate and tell their wives, hey, we have to talk. And some have, some told their wives we don't fuck enough. And it doesn't mean anything. Goes through one ear and out the other. Means nothing. So when you do that, ladies, you're setting yourself up for a lot of hurt because there's a greater chance that your husband's going to cheat on you with someone who doesn't mind fucking them every night, doesn't mind sucking their dick, doesn't mind giving them any type of sexual activity that they want, the kind that you want, but you're supposed to love them. Makes me wonder. Anyway, that concludes another episode of the XY Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the XY Show. I'm on Podbreed Network. Check out Podbreed. There's a lot of indie podcasts who, like me, are small and need to be heard. There's a bunch of them on the network, so check it out, Podbreed. The XY Show, I'm on pretty much all of the networks that you want to listen to or that you do listen to. I'm on, like I said, I'm on Podbreed, I'm on Apple, I'm on iHeart, I'm on Spotify, what else? Amazon, Stitcher. I'm on pretty much all of them. So check me out. Be sure to subscribe. I'm on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Facebook. You can find all of that on my website, which is www.xyshow.com, www.xyshow.com. You can find everything there as part of my social media, and the venues that my podcast is on. So everything is there. There's also a store where you can pick up a shirt and show everyone that you are a true X and Wire. There's an assortment of different colors, so check it out. They're pretty nice. And if you send me a naked picture, I'll send you a free T-shirt. I'm just kidding. Well, you can send me the picture. So that concludes another episode of XY Show, and I will definitely see you next week. But I want you always to remember, you can't have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.